Hey everybody, I am Cinnamon Queen, your Art Sherpa, and today I'm going to show you in 5 minutes how you can paint a fall autumn colored waterfall with a fan brush. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to start out with ultramarine blue and cad red because it's going to give me a nice gray color. And on the toe of a number 12 round brush, I'm going to loosely brush in rocks. I'm going to leave spacing of about 2 inches between them. They tend to have sort of a downward cascade pairing against each other. And this is because of how the water has eroded the granite as it falls through this canyon. I'm going to take phthalo blue and phthalo green and on a very high pressured stroke, create almost a 2-inch, 1.5-inch strip of deep blue green between the rocks. Now I'm going to grab my Art Sherpa fan and I'm going to edge load it on both sides, well loaded with white. I stroke downward and I kind of vary the pressure. At the bottom, you're going to want to have the handle down and you're going to do the frown stroke and kind of come in and create a bunch of water splashing so it looks like the water is hitting something. I'm going to get some green and brown and a hog brush fan and I'm going to come in between the rocks, stippling up and down, creating moss because moss would be between the waterfall and the rocks, kind of growing in there. And this kind of helps the rocks become part of the wall. I add a little bit of yellow to that green brown mix and I begin to reveal the moss with little stipple bits of sunlight. Don't paint out all your green. You're going to want to leave that shadow. Keep doing that. If you need practice on any of these strokes, check out the first video on the series. So continue to add that highlight, pulling it down. And when you have to go around, you just lower the handle. I'm going to grab some white and of the blue and come on top of the rocks. And as you see, just kiss just a little bit. It's even a broken line, some highlight just to help those rocks show because you need some highlight. I'm going to get some red and a little bit of my blue, and then I'm going to stipple down a raining or cascading kind of flower or fall foliage. Notice that it's longer on each outer side on the stipples. Each branch is uneven and we're trying to frame it. I want to add some yellow and at the tips of each of these branches kind of bring some brighter yellow, brighter orange to the edges of them to start to reveal that value. It really makes it romantic very quickly. You can see that those oranges are coming out and those colors are really popping, and that's about the value. Now I'm going to go back with some pure bright red, and over that first red, because I toned it with the blue, you can see it really pops, and suddenly we have depth in those branches and flowers. I'm going to get my brush with some white and I'm going to stipple some more splatter and some more water kind of being churned underneath the fall. It's a nice thing to do. I'm also going to come down and create pops of white highlights on the fall to just imply some of the fall is maybe more active than other parts. Back into the outer edges with the red, remember to wash out between colors. Now on these lower bushes, remember to have your handle down so that the brush stroke is arced in that kind of frown. We're going to be layering them like clumped bushes. They'll be higher on the sides and lower in the bottom. And again, that's a reverse frame. I'm going to get into a bright green and come in and highlight on top of the moss, another little highlight just to kiss it with like brighter pops of sunlight where it's more revealed. That really pulls it together. Add a little bit of white once you lightened it with the yellow, and you can really hit some bright bits. Kind of reminds you of any place tropical that has these kind of falls. Get back into your red, come in, and I'm going to handle down, strengthen those bushes. You can see I'm not painting out the shadows to help reveal the levels and structures that are there. Remember to rinse your brush out between these color exchanges. It's important so your colors don't get muddy. I'm going to continue to highlight with a little bit of yellow, building that up, letting that reveal, letting the structure show. It's looking really good. Hopefully you're liking yours too. Remember, if this is the first time you're doing this, to be very understanding with yourself. It takes a minute to learn a thing, but this is totally doable. I'm going to rinse out my brush and dry it off. I'm going to get a little white and a little yellow, and I'm going to create some drama. I'm going to add a little kiss of this sort of ducky yellow to the edge of the branches. It could be a flower, it could be just very yellow leaves, but it's just super romantic and a lot of fun, and it'll add that final piece of drama to this. I think it's kind of surprising how much of a painting you can do when you understand a few techniques. And again, be sure and watch the first video in this series. Be good to yourself, be good to each other. And I want to see you for the next series that we do 5-minute videos. Bye-bye.